Gentlemen, welcome to the One Percent Buyer Show. And it's your boy, it's your man, BWI, one and only. I'm Beth. Come on,
I'm with
introduce yourself.
your weight.
Exactly.
You're with BDX. BDX
Yeah.
again here, man. We
Yeah,
go
yeah.
again from this very interesting weekend, I should say.
You see, the problem now is, first of all, let's give a big cheer to the winners of this week. You see, Chelsea,
I just knew you were going to do this. I knew you were going
Arsenal,
to do this. Please,
Liverpool,
please.
and the biggest cheer to Tottenham Hotspur.
True, true. I'd accept that.
They,
I'd
they, they,
accept the
they,
one for
City
Tottenham,
is in
yeah.
trouble. Manchester City is in trouble. Like
Honestly,
they're in the gutter. But let's
in
let
the
let's
in the
let's let's
mud.
take it. Yeah, they're in the mud exactly. But let's take it one step at a time. Let's start with Chelsea. Let's break down Chelsea's performance. Still, they've refused to drop points. I mean, apart from the game with against Arsenal, they've
To be
they've been
fair,
on a winning proper winning streak.
yeah,
With Arsenal, like I said. Well, how did you find the game?
I thought it was good. I mean, I thought it was like a very chilled game, kind of relaxed.
Mhm.
Um, but as I thought, Chelsea did dominate that game a bit. Um, you know, up until like towards the end when Leicester scored the goal and we thought, oh yeah, they might actually get a draw. One thing I found, or I find very a bit somehow in football is the fact that I'm never comfortable with like a 1-0 or a
Yeah,
2-0.
yeah. Anything can happen anytime.
Yeah, like
Anytime.
exactly. So at some point, Chelsea must have thought, "Oh my God, like these guys are gonna come back." But overall, I thought it was a good game. Like a couple of the players, I thought had like really good game.
Mhm.
Enzo Fernandez, I thought deserved that goal for that performance he put. Like it was so good in the midfield. And I was like, "Oh my God, like this guy's good. This guy's actually good." Considering, they were about to at some point we all thought, yeah, was gonna drop his place to Latvia. But seeing him come back, especially from, this guy actually played for Argentina. So traveling that distance, then coming and putting up that sort of performance, I was like, oh yeah, this is good. Like this guy is
Uh,
showing the coach that,
as
yeah,
haters will always say, he's being paid to do so. So I don't know what your problem is. He was
please
probably in a
see,
private jet,
I get the fact that he's being
calling in as well.
paid to do so, but at the same time, you have to acknowledge the fact that he's actually traveled distance, you know, jet lag, everything, come back, put up a good performance, give him some credit, man.
No,
Like,
oh
just
no,
give
no, no,
him.
no, no. I'm just being a hater here. He was exceptional. Even Jackson as well. Jackson had a very good game. I don't know why, but I expected better from Leicester City. I mean, Leicester has not been great this season. I'll be honest with you, but they had some spells in the game that I was like, okay,
Hmm.
maybe, just maybe. But then the goal they scored came very late in the game, and it was already too late. Um, but a player you're talking about Enzo, but I thought a player you'd probably want to talk more about would have been Jackson because the fact that this guy has been putting up some numbers. I saw a stat where it was like, I think after Haaland, he's like the next, highest goal scorer in the league, without penalties, obviously. I think obviously Salah is up there,
Yeah,
but without
I mean,
penalties,
Jackson
Jackson
is
is
good.
up
Jackson is
there.
good, to be fair. And I
It's
think after
incredible.
that, Mikel Obi,
Question: would you have him at United?
no.
You would. You would. You
No,
just said
no.
he's good, and you wouldn't have him at
No,
United.
it's good for Chelsea. I don't doubt like it's good for Chelsea. I mean, considering like everyone doubted him and everyone was like, oh, you know what, this guy misses quite a lot of chances and he needs to take his chances. And Mikel Obi did that thing with him and
Yeah.
fired back at Mikel Obi and everyone was like, oh my days, like this guy's not that good. Maybe he should go to another club. But he's been putting up good numbers since then. Like it's been actually very
He's
good
been
since then.
exceptional.
Yeah, and did you see that goal? Like the guy actually fought for that goal. Like
He's
that
been
is like
exceptional.
a
He's been
hustler.
showing a lot of strength, skill,
Yeah,
and although he misses a lot of open chances, he's still his numbers are not bad. His numbers are
not
actually
bad.
quite good.
Not bad at all.
Obviously Chelsea fans keep rubbing it on Kai Havertz, saying, "Yep, we bought him for half the price, and we sold Havertz for, and he's delivering." And
I
Yeah,
think I'll take
good
Jackson
on
over
Chelsea.
Havertz though.
Do you think Chelsea will finish in the top?
At this rate, I think they will. Because just because, like I mentioned last week, yeah, they've got the squad for it. They've actually got the squad for a top four finish. At
Yeah.
some point in the game, I mean, at some point in the league, they're gonna need those players.
Mhm.
They've got quite a good number of players on their bench, and that is actually key for this Premier League. The way I'm seeing it, right? The injuries are gonna come down the line, and the likes of
Chelsea have no issues with injuries. Don't
no, no,
worry.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The injuries will come for players down the line and for most clubs down the line, right?
Mm.
Like the likes of United,
I
Arsenal,
just saw, I just got a
Manchester
comment.
City.
Someone say
You
Kai
know,
is not a good player.
I mean, Kai is good, but me, I would take Jackson
Ah,
over him. Like, I would
you
seriously
take
just
Jackson
take
over Kai
Jackson over him.
Havertz?
Yeah, just because you
Absolutely
don't
not.
really know. See, I feel like maybe because Arteta plays Kai as a forward, right? And I'm not sure he's such a center forward. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure
Yeah.
is a very good center forward. He's gonna score the few odd 8, 10 goals a season, which is fine. But
But no, but Kai does a lot more though.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So you wouldn't call him like a proper striker. You wouldn't call him like a number nine.
Fair.
Meanwhile, Jackson is a number nine. So
I
I think
think
even
okay.
comparing them in the
Let's
first
end
place
this
is like,
debate, especially if you're still there. The person commenting, Kai Havertz is a better player, but you could say Jackson is a better striker. Let's move on from Chelsea. That Chelsea fan is just is definitely a
please.
Chelsea fan. Move on from Chelsea. Let's go to Man United. Let's talk about United actually.
Nah.
What is your take on United with new coach? We were all
Why why
expecting a
why why
manager
why why
bounce, the regular manager bounce.
why are we doing United so early right now?
I want because that's your segment. As a
I,
United
I
fan,
I I
I
actually need to
expect you
get
to.
into this. You know what? Yeah. So for United, I'm not disappointed.
Mm,
To be honest with you, I'm not disappointed because if you look at it, he's only got what? He's only got 2 days to actually train with the squad, and this is his first game in the Premier League.
mhm,
And we've got a squad that I think we've just realized that the squad is not good enough at this
mm.
point in time, right? Um, so my first thought, I saw that starting 11, and I thought, oh my god, this guy's going to learn a big lesson.
Yeah,
I was like, it was going to learn a big lesson, mainly because I saw
three in the back
Casemiro and
with
Eriksen.
Ahmad on right wing back. Like
No, no, I don't think that was bad. I don't think that was bad. The bad, I mean, what I thought was a bit odd there for me was Casemiro and Eriksen. Right? They've got no legs. Like honestly, they've
And in
actually
that
got
kind
no
of
legs.
formation, you need like very powerful midfielders, people with legs going up and down
Exactly,
the pitch.
exactly. So I kept wondering. I'm like, why is he's got you know Casemiro and Ugarte would have been good because one's got leg, one doesn't. You get what I'm trying to say? But putting two people that basically cannot run in that 3-4-3 formation was always going to be a
Someone just
disaster
commented, "Guy is
somehow.
the most complete player." Thank you, my brother.
Oh please, you're just talking to Arsenal fans at this point. Yeah, but yeah, as I was saying, like I saw that starting 11 and I thought, okay, cool. This is where there's gonna be a problem, right?
Mm.
And the other thing was, did you watch his presser at the end of the game? Like
See,
is
that
when
I
when he
think
was talking
to be
about the
honest,
game.
I've seen a couple of the press conference from Amaron, your manager, and I'll be honest with you. I think I like the way he's so open. He just says it as it is. He's not
Honestly,
like
I
he's
and
like
and
this
that
is
was
what
it.
it is. This is
And
what we need to do. This is the problem. This is how we need to solve it. So he tells you the problem, and he also tries to tell you the solution. Although someone was like, "You're giving out all your tactics. Do you want to be doing that?" But it's not really a tactic, is it?
it's not really exactly. It's not really. I think it's just him pointing out, areas in the game where there needs to be an improvement. And
Yeah.
to him, it was like credit to the players. They've only got what 2 days to train and learn this new pattern. You get what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say? Because a lot of the time in the game, you saw the players looking overthinking the ball,
Mm.
looking a bit confused, kind of out of position. There was a part in that game where he was really pushing Casemiro to go forward. He was like, press him. And you could see at the end of the game, he was talking about Evans just standing there alone. And it was like, that's not what I want. Like, I want Evans to push. And you could see that. But at the end of the day, these players have only got what, 2 days. They're still sort of learning this 3-4-3 formation.
Yeah.
And obviously, he doesn't have the right tools that I would require for him to be able to do that. So I still think, yeah, 1-1, not too bad. I would have wanted a win.
Yeah.
Um, but at the end of the day, not a bad result. I'll take it. You know, and Ahmad was good actually. I think Ahmad is starting to take his place in that squad. I think Ahmad is doing it. I think he's starting to take his place in that squad. And I'm like, I don't
Mm.
know who is going to replace him at this point.
But just before you continue, a big shout out though to Ipswich. The fact that they've played Tottenham and United back to back and haven't lost. Big shout out to them. Not I'm not trying to throw United under the bus,
No, no,
but
no, no.
just
They played
just
for me. They played better than United because they had more clear cut chances than we did.
yeah.
Onana saved us,
Oh,
I
that
think,
was my
two or
next.
three times. He
How
had a
good?
good
How
game,
good has
and I
Onana
don't
been
usually
this
say that
season?
about Onana, but he had a good
Yeah.
game.
How good has it been this season? Like the saves he's put up for you guys, incredible. Like
Yeah,
usually, obviously, yeah, especially last season, he was dreadful. But I think he's getting back to the Onana like you guys tried buying from Inter Milan. Like
I mean,
the saves he's been putting up this season has just been insane. I
he's,
think
he's,
he
he's
kept you
done
guys
he's
in the
done
game
well. I
as well.
think
You
he's
know.
just settled down into the squad now. And I think he's not trying to overdo things. I felt like in his first season he was trying to overdo things, but now I'm like, okay, cool. This guy's settled. This guy's not taking too many big risks and
Mm,
trying to overdo stuff.
yeah.
But he had a very good game. For me, he was the best player for United in
Yeah,
that game.
I think
I
so.
saw him and I
Who
was
came
like,
out
oh
man of
my
the
days,
match of
like
the
this
game?
guy
Who was the man of
saves.
the match?
I think it must have been somebody from Ipswich that won it. I couldn't care honestly,
Delap had so many
because for me it
chances.
was Onana.
But yeah, I think we just need you guys just need more time, and you guys will gel. It will get better. Um, let's move on from United. Let's talk about
Let's talk about
let's
one
talk about
small team
Arsenal.
from
Yeah,
North London,
let's talk about us Arsenal. Let's talk about Arsenal.
please.
Where do we start from? I don't know if you watched the full game or you've seen the highlights, but
I saw the game actually, painfully so.
painfully so. I'm not gonna lie to you. Definitely 100%, 100% flat out the best performance from Arsenal this season. It was incredible, absolutely incredible. Obviously, I wouldn't say we expected to win, but we knew we needed to win the game. Someone just said scintillating performance. Exactly. The fact I'm not going to lie to you. I did a like a post match review after the game, and I was
Mhm.
like, when I saw the lineup, I was worried. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what is this? Seeing Jorginho, who hasn't really been playing as much, and then Odegaard, and then Marino in midfield. I was like, these three, they've never even Odegaard just came back. This is the second game, isn't it? And
Yeah.
playing against Nottingham Forest that have been really good. Um, I didn't expect to see what I saw. I I don't know. I was short of words. For the first 20 minutes, I was sitting down there and I was like, "So you guys can still play football? What's been happening?" Although I also answered myself and just said, "Odegaard has been missing. We've had some terrible calls throughout some games. I know you before you say I'm playing the victim card, but the game was just Saka and Odegaard. Oh my god.
See, for me, yeah, I feel like
Ah,
the key, right? For me, the key to that team is Odegaard, and I say that because I saw the guy play, and the way the guy would hold the ball, it
sealed the
led. No, no. See, right. I think City. Sorry, Arsenal. They play such a game where they need somebody to hold the ball, and then they need people to run while that person is holding the ball.
exactly.
So I think Odegaard is that player that does that for them,
Mhm.
right? In that team, Odegaard is probably the person that can hold the ball the most. Maybe a bit of Partey as well can do that. Um,
You just
but
mentioned the person I was going to say next.
yeah, yeah.
I
But
saw I
Odegaard
saw
back is good.
Zinchenko. You see, I was watching an interview where Zinchenko said he thinks Partey is better than Rodri. What's your take on that?
No, is
You
Zinchenko is a
disagree, but
dangerous
someone
person for
also
saying that.
commented, "Can Rodri play right back? Can Rodri play left back?" Partey has
But
played right back successfully against
you
Liverpool.
can, yeah, but
He was outstanding.
we haven't seen him do that. But we
He
don't need him
probably
to do
can't.
that though. But that's not the point.
He
We don't
probably
need him to
cannot.
do that. We need we're talking about people good in their positions, people good where they play. Partey we know is a defensive midfielder.
Mhm.
Odegaard, I mean Rodri is a defensive midfielder as well.
Mhm.
Both of them side by side. Come on, man. Tell me you will pick like what? What kind of goal like the goals Partey has scored, Rodri has scored the same kind of goals.
No, no. Go
From
check
outside the
Arsenal.
box.
So go and check Arsenal versus
Shoot no
Tottenham
no no
highlights.
that I don't care.
Rodri cannot. Did you
Shoot
see the
from
bend?
outside the box.
The be- no. Stop. If
Shoot
it's
from outside
shooting,
the box.
who?
They've both scored goals from
I
outside the
know, but
box.
the quality
Exactly.
of Partey's goals are different.
Please.
Quality.
See, let me tell
I'm
you,
not saying it, the fans are saying.
Rodri for me is a better player than Partey. For me. Arsenal fans,
Everything is based on
you can pick
opinions.
Partey. What?
Everything is based on opinions.
Exactly. That's what I said for me. Arsenal
Yeah,
fans,
exactly.
you can pick Partey. I have
It's
no
not about it's not
problem in
about
that.
Arsenal fans.
But in
There are a
my
lot of
team,
fans that
it's only Arsenal fans that's
Zinchenko
good.
has played with both of them. I hope you know that he played with Roger and played with Partey, and he's coming to tell you that Partey is a
Of
better
course,
player.
okay.
Anyway,
So wait,
before
you
before
expect
they say
wait?
we are
No,
on
no, no, no.
Arsenal
Cool down.
segment, before we go, it's fine.
No, 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 no. I must get this across.
No, because before
So
they
you
say I'm
expect
biased and I'm sleeping on Arsenal segment,
no,
talk about Ethan Waneri. How about Ethan?
no. Do you think Zinchenko playing for Arsenal, wearing an Arsenal jersey, will come out and say Rodri is better than Thomas Partey,
But
his teammate?
he has no like no one's gonna kill him
Ask
if he
him.
says Rodri
See,
is better.
tell him to come back to this question once he resigns from
When he
football. Exactly. Ask him the same question once he resigns from football, and then let's
fair
hear
enough.
what he's gonna say. Please
All right, that's fair.
don't say because
But
Zinchenko said so.
just to end the Arsenal segment, a big shout out to Saka as well. Timber on the right back. Ah, Timber is so good.
No, I mean
But
Saka is that. I
just
said it
talk
last
a
week.
bit
Saka
on
is that
Ethan.
guy.
Yeah, exactly. Saka is that guy. We don't even need to dwell on Saka. But just talk a little bit about Ethan. 17 years. I think he's the second youngest player to score in the Premier League. Now he's also the youngest player to play in the Premier League. I think he got that record 2 years ago when he featured in the Premier League. But now he's our second youngest ever goal scorer after Cesc Fabregas, and this guy is just absolutely unbelievable. He's
Yeah, I mean,
ridiculous. What's your take?
unbelievable. Like, see, for me, and I feel like Ateta is using him in a very good way. I get the pressure from Arsenal fans, like, oh yeah, you need to play Waneri, especially when Odegaard was injured. Like, oh, yeah, this is the time to play this. But we need to remember that this guy is only 17.
He's just
Like, he's
17.
only 17. I saw the Real Madrid president came out and said what's his name, Jude Bellingham is 21 and he has played over 200 games at 21.
Ridiculous.
So imagine the guy is how long do you think that career is going to be like?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing Ateta is trying to do with this guy, right? He's 17. There's a pressure to play this guy week in, week out. But then again, you need to know that players get injury. He's only
Yeah.
17, and if he plays, too many games, his career is not going to be that long.
Exactly.
Like that, not all of them can do that, and I'm pretty sure Ateta has seen that. So he's only putting this guy at the right time
Mm.
and using him when it's essential.
Exactly.
So
I agree with you.
I've got no problem. I get Arsenal
See,
fans wanting him to play.
knows how to manage a team when they are not the manager.
Exactly. That's the problem though. That's the problem with
Everyone
everything
knows
with
how to manage
generalizing him.
teams when they're not the
But I think Arteta is using him well, to my opinion. I think he's doing really good with that guy. You don't need to rush him. He's only 17. Like, look at what we've done to like Kobe Maino, for example. Right? We've put him in. The guy's he's got like two injury twice now. I
manager.
mean,
We'll come back to the chat actually. Someone just asked the question, but we'll come back to that. Between
oh yes.
we'll come back to that.
No,
So
no,
we'll
you
probably go
can't
through the
ask that
chats again
question though.
and just read off some of the questions and then
No, you can't ask that question. Mainu or Casemiro.
Casemiro. that's a funny one.
I
But
mean,
yeah, keep going.
Casemiro is better than Menu.
He's a legend though. It's
For like
disrespectful
Casemiro
to
is better
Casemiro
than
though.
Menu. But then again, I think depending on what you want to play, depending on your formation, you might need somebody that is a lot younger. You know,
Mm.
you
The
can't
legs.
deny
That's what
Casemiro's
we're all
age.
saying now. The
You
legs.
can't deny everything. But he's got the experience, but
Yeah.
he just doesn't have the age on his side anymore. So um
Let's jump to the next game. It pains me. But yeah, Southampton, Liverpool. I was hoping Liverpool would drop a point or two or three. Just drop something, drop some kind of points. I watched that game though. I watched the full game, and I'm not going to lie to you. Liverpool. I think Liverpool. Don't clip me on this, but I think Liverpool have been lucky for a lot of their games. A lot of their games that I have seen, like the full match, like these are games they look like they'll lose, and they just end up winning.
the
And they're always like they're so
1%
good at the
bias
break, at
club.
the counter attack. What? What?
The 1% bias
The
club.
one- no, no, I'm not going to lie to you. They always look like they will lose. I I saw like the game against Southampton. Southampton is not great, but like I don't know. I don't know if it's the bias coming, the one player, like you said, the bias coming outside. But um, I think Liverpool. I don't think they can sustain this form. Not because I'm this is not bias or hating coming out. I don't think they played great. They are just really good at the like counter attacking. Maybe that is their style of play.
But that's Liverpool's game though.
Yeah,
But
that is their
that's
style of
been
play.
Liverpool's
But
game
I don't think
for a
that
good
style of play
number
is
of years.
sustainable.
See,
That's what I'm
yeah,
trying to say.
I get that. To be fair, right? Every team is beatable. Every single
Yeah,
team is
the
beatable. I
Premier League,
don't care
everything
what team
is
it is.
yeah.
Every team is beatable.
And this
The
is why Arsenal
difference
is
is
the
that
greatest team to play in the Premier League.
they've got that
This is
resilience
why
going
Arsenal
on.
is the greatest team to play in the Premier League. You didn't hear me. I just said I should repeat that. Because the
Say
only
that
team
again.
that have gone invisible. Just putting that out there. But yeah, continue.
So I'm saying every team is beatable, right? But the
Yeah.
point is they've got that resilience with them. They've got that fighting spirit. They've got that, yeah, we're gonna win this game. Yeah, they will drop a few points, right? They will drop a
Yeah.
few points. It's Liverpool anyway,
Mm.
and it's very early on in the season. So they're gonna drop a few points. But you cannot look at this Liverpool team and think they are not good enough. They are actually good, right? And that's the point of it of a football team. You
Yeah.
get the chances, you take your chances.
Mhm.
Sometimes you see two things you need to win the Premier League. You need to get lucky and you need to actually be good. Liverpool, they are both, right? They've
Yeah.
been lucky and they've been good enough to win those games. So
Mhm.
that's the point. With Liverpool, and I'm impressed with what this guy is doing there. Like I'm so impressed, and I keep saying this. This guy has not
Best.
signed any significant player,
Best.
and they are actually playing so well,
It's incredible.
right? Like they're actually playing. They are 9 points ahead at this point. You're thinking if City or Arsenal drop more points, it's going to look like a Liverpool to win the league kind of
Yeah.
situation,
100%.
right? And that's it. My only worry, my only challenge with Liverpool is that injury to Mo Salah will be very deadly to them. It will feel
I
like
think
the end.
if Mo Salah is injured and maybe a Van Dijk is just one of those two
I
gone.
mean, they can still replace Van Dijk.
With who?
I mean, they've got okay. Van Dijk plays with Wu
With who?
Konate.
Konate. I think the
Who else
Gomez.
is there?
Is if Van Dijk isn't there, it's done. Trust me, because the
I
leadership
think
he
I
brings to
know
the
I
back
know.
and like he's like the foundation of the team. Literally, he without Van Dijk, there's I, I I think Van Dijk is more important than Salah.
No way.
I think no,
No
no, no, no.
way.
Don't get it twisted. Without Salah in that attack, then they don't have a proper counter attacking team, isn't it? Because his pace is ridiculously fast.
Yeah.
But I think without Van Dijk, I think they struggle more. I think they will struggle more. Someone
No,
just said
I
they'll
think
be
they'll be
fine
fine.
without.
I think they'll be fine without Van Dijk though.
So you think Salah is more important than Van Dijk?
Way more important than Van Dijk. See, they've literally got no replacement for Salah.
Mm.
They've got nobody. Who else is gonna play there? Like they've got nobody. Like without Van Dijk, they've got who have they got? They've got Robertson, they've got Conor Bradley, they've got Harvey
No,
Elliott, they've
to
got
play in the center back position.
who?
To like
I
the
mean,
center back
he can pull anybody. Like he can pull one
you
of these Joe
and
Gomez.
somebody.
See, the thing is,
To
they will not be
be fair,
solid
you
at
know
the
what?
back.
I
They
didn't
will not
even
be
plan
very
on
solid
staying
at
on
the back,
Liverpool
but they'll be
segment
very
this
good
long.
going forward.
I didn't
What?
plan on staying on Liverpool segment this long. But I think this is a proper, actually, a very good segment to talk about who is more important, Virgil or Salah. Actually, um,
I think is Salah any day.
Salah.
For me, any day
People in the
Salah.
comment are also saying Salah, so maybe you guys are right. And I think the biggest result or the biggest shock for the week for the weekend's games,
The game of the week.
the game of the week, my
The
brother.
game of the week. The five in a row. I think they deserve
Man
some
City got
laughter, applaud,
yeah, literally.
giggle, everything.
That was a good one. Okay, one more
No,
time.
I need that again.
Oh my
I need
days.
that again,
City
man.
City
Oh, that
don't
was the
know.
sweetest game ever.
Oh my god.
You
I don't
need
know.
I've got one Manchester City friend. Oh my
Hmm.
days, the banter was so good.
I think but do you think Pep is in trouble though?
Any other club, he would be in trouble. For
Hmm.
any other club, he's going to be in trouble. But just because of what he's done for Manchester City,
He'll be fine.
they're still going to give him time. They're still
But
going to
then is it not
understand.
amazing that they've lost five in the bounce? They've lost lost five in the bounce and they are still second.
That's the no. But when we say five in a bounce, though, it's been
Obviously, I
five
know
in a
it's in
bounce
all competition.
with
Okay, to be
yeah,
fair, it
exactly.
makes it ridiculous. It's
So
just two
there's
games in
been
the Premier League,
Carabao
isn't
Cup,
it?
there's been
It's
UEFA
just two games in
Champions
the Premier
League.
League. Yeah, to
So
be
I
fair.
think yeah, Premier League is
Yeah.
I think it's just two or three in a
Two,
bounce in
two,
the Premier
two,
League.
two losses, I think. One Champions League, Carabao. Okay, so three then. Two or three in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I know they lost to. Okay, yeah, this is the third one, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the third one in the Premier League. So they've
Yeah,
lost three in the
Tottenham.
Premier League, two in the one
uh,
in Carabao, one in the Champions League.
yeah,
Yeah. So to be
it's
fair,
crazy.
like it's crazy though. Five in a three in a row, and they're still second.
Still second. It just goes to show how well they started the season.
But 1 point behind above Chelsea though.
And Arsenal and another team as well.
Yeah.
Who's in fifth now?
Brighton.
Okay,
So 1 point they so Arsenal no Chelsea, Arsenal, Brighton, 1 point from top top two.
I think by December everyone will know their place. But yeah, shout out to Spurs. Someone just said
Do
I
you
can
think
never
they'll bounce
celebrate
back?
Tottenham winning.
Do you think City would bounce back?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not worried for them. I'm not
You
worried for them,
know,
especially because
I'm actually worried for them, and I'll tell you why.
they'll be fine.
I'll tell
And
you
they play
why.
Liverpool next, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So
Mm.
I'll tell you why I'm worried for them, right? So I think as much as possible, everybody says, yeah, this is Rodri,
Mhm.
they're not good because they've got Rodri. I think for me, it's more than Rodri being in that squad. Yeah, Rodri is a very big miss for them, but there are other parts of it. Gundogan that they bought, I don't understand why they've bought that guy. Honestly, as soon as they signed him, as soon as that news broke that they're gonna sign Gundogan back, I'm
Mhm.
like, what are
It's
you
not. It's
doing?
not the
Because I
same.
don't
Like
understand. See, they've got a squad of 30 plus players, right? They've got a squad of 30
exactly.
plus players. And if we look at it, he has there's not much rotation in that squad anymore as you would normally see Pep do. There's not much rotation in that squad, right?
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva and what's his name? Bernardo Silva, now he's playing Rico Lewis.
Mm.
Maybe the rotation he might get is between Sabinho, Doku,
Yeah.
and maybe Grealish, which I think is a massive flop. Like any single opportunity to talk
Is
to
Savinho?
call Grealish a
Savio?
flop, count
Who
me in,
Grealish?
man.
Grealish?
What Grealish? Yeah,
Oh wow.
is a flop for 100 million.
So this is the problem. Yeah, I wouldn't say Grealish is a flop in my
Is a
opinion.
flop,
The problem is
bro.
because
Is a
City have
flop.
no. This is the thing. Yeah, I feel like I personally believe that players are allowed to have like bad and good form. But the thing
When
with
when
City is City doesn't.
when did he have his good form?
What 2 seasons ago? Who do you think won the title for them?
Grealish,
Yes. Go back and look at highlights. Grealish.
Grealish.
You see, 2 seasons ago, that was the season where like when they won, he was drinking and just going crazy. That season, the halfway of that season, it was all Grealish for City.
It was
Go
all
back and look.
Grealish.
I'm serious.
Bro, what are you
Obviously,
talking
not
about?
all Grealish.
It was more of Gundogan winning those games for them
Oh
than
my
Grealish.
days! Go and look.
It
Go back
was
to the
more
game.
of Gund.
Even against
Come on,
Arsenal,
man. Grealish,
even
see,
against Arsenal, I think either
I'm
the
not doubting
assist
that he
was from
played his
Grealish as
role.
well.
I'm not doubting that he played his role in that team, right? He played his
No,
role
but
in that team.
I okay. You know what?
But it was
Again,
more of
this is about
Gundogan winning those games for them.
is fine.
Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, they were on fire. What with Grealish
This
for a player you signed for 100 million pounds? 100 million. How many goals has he scored for
so
City?
this is my
How
point.
many goals has he scored for City?
Wait, let me land my
No,
point.
you should probably you should check. Let's
Let
check
me
how
land
many
my
goals he
point. No,
scored
but
for City.
it's not just about goals. You know this.
For a
Yeah.
player you signed for 100 million, a
Wait,
winger, and you're
wait.
telling me it's not
Okay, how
about
many
goals,
goals
but
has Foden?
Anthony is a
How many
flop?
goals has Foden scored this season?
No, not this season. Yeah. So
Yes.
we're currently saying Foden is flopping this season. Agreed?
It's,
Yes or no?
and that's why I want to land my point. Yeah. Grealish as a player, I think Grealish is a great player. But the problem with City is they have so
Grealish
many players
is
that when you're starting to have like a bad form, they just drop you. And
Grealish
when they
is
drop
a
you, it's hard to come back into the team.
Grealish is
How
a
many games do you think
flop
Grealish
in the
has played this
City
season?
team. See, let me tell you,
I've barely seen him play.
since what?
How many games do you think I've barely seen him play this season? Maybe
Exactly.
off the
So
bench.
for somebody you signed for 100 million, you've barely seen him this season. You barely saw him last season. The season before, how
That's
many
because
goals did he
the
score?
coach isn't
Like
playing
what?
him.
What was it? Like what was it?
You know
And
what?
you're
I'm here
telling me
defending
that
Grealish like
player
I'm a
is worth
City fan.
100 million and is not a flop. Grealish is a 45 million player at best. The only thing he can do in the Premier League is to win fouls. Like he plays more on the ground than he plays on his feet.
Oh my days.
Like
Look,
any
I'm not
other
a
team,
City fan,
see,
and I'm not
if
going
Grealish
to.
was playing for any other Premier League club that signed him for 100 million pounds, right? You would be calling him a flop, 100%. I
No, but you're
guarantee you
already
that.
calling him a flop, so it doesn't really matter. My point is, I'm not saying he hasn't flopped. Yeah,
He's a,
I'm not saying he hasn't flopped, but I feel like City they haven't really given him a chance. Honestly,
they have
after this show today, yeah,
what?
go back to the 20. That was the first season
They
we
have
were
not
challenging.
given
Yeah,
Grealish
the
a
first
chance.
season Arsenal
What?
was challenging.
They've
Yeah,
not given him a chance.
just go back. Yeah, the point is, someone said Mr.
They've not
Flop.
given what?
It's fine. I don't care about. Okay, this
They've
whole
not given
segment
him
is
a
not going to be
chance. For
about
who
Grealish,
else? Like
but
who else?
it's
Like
fine. It's fine.
they
Let's
Pep
move
brought
forward.
in Doku and Doku was playing way better than he did.
Okay, so now Doku is a flop then.
Of course, Doku has not played as much as, or he has not been as impactful as you would expect,
Yeah, so it's a
only
flop
because
as well.
his final balls
Grealish,
are like,
Anthony.
what's it called? His
Yeah,
final balls are
Grealish
not
and
good
Anthony.
enough.
Who's a bigger flop?
See why you're saying Anthony is a flop is because Manchester United have
No, no,
won
no, no, no,
nothing.
no. It's
No. I'm
the fans
responding
are
to that,
commenting.
right? No. I'm
Uh,
responding to that, right? It's
okay,
because Manchester United have won nothing. That's why you're saying, oh yeah, Anthony is a flop. If
he
Manchester
didn't.
United
They
were
didn't. He didn't.
winning, if
The
Manchester
person didn't
United
say
have,
that. The person
if
didn't say that. The
Manchester
person is
United should have
asking you who
won
is a
as,
bigger flop.
see, let me tell you, if Manchester United should have won as many titles as City with Anthony playing, you would not be saying it's a flop. The only reason
No, but
why
nobody has
you're
said
not seeing
Anthony
Grealish
is
is
a
because
flop.
it's covered in the team.
Ah,
It's covered in, no,
hello,
now
sir.
Grealish is basically covered in.
Nobody is saying that Anthony is a flop. We are asking you who is a bigger flop. It's you. It's a question to you.
See, for
Nobody has
me,
said Anthony is a bigger flop.
see
We what?
for me a bigger flop, bigger
Mhm.
flop. Me, I'll still pick Grealish. And I'm not saying, you're not getting me wrong, right? And Anthony has flopped, right? Anthony has flopped, right? Anthony has flopped, but I'll still pick. Grealish. How many seasons has this guy played in
Shame,
City,
shame,
for crying
shame
out
on
loud?
you. You
This guy
have no
cost 100
shame.
million in
You have no.
2021.
Listen to me, you United fan. You have no shame.
In
Absolutely no shame.
2021, this guy cost 100
Hey,
million
how
pounds.
much did Anthony cost?
86. It, what?
Look,
Except, well, 86 million
you
pounds.
have
What do you want to
and
say?
Grealish can submit how many titles to you? How many?
That's
How
what I'm
many
saying.
goals?
See, that's
How
what I'm
many?
saying.
Sorry, I'm screaming into the.
Because see,
You
that's why I'm
have.
telling
You
you
know what?
that. That's why I'm telling you that. That's because United have not won as many titles as they've not been as dominating as City have been. That's why I'm trying to tell you that. That's why you can pick out Anthony so much, but you cannot seem to pick out Grealish because it's covered in that team glory. It's covered in that team success.
The
But
glory.
in the grand scheme of things, the guy is not
Uh,
is not done enough for somebody you
you know
signed
what?
for 100 million
We
pounds
will.
in
We will.
2021.
We will
Come
leave
on,
that
man.
for the City fans to decide. They see him in and out every week, so
They
they will
don't
know
they
if
don't
he's a
even
real
see
flop.
him. They
Me
barely see him.
personally, I'm not
They barely,
disagreeing that he
they only
hasn't.
see him drinking.
I'm not disagreeing that he hasn't lived up to the billing. The problem is that I think any slight drop in form, they bench him, and that is not good to like. If you need to build on momentum, you need to keep playing for some players, anyways. But at the same time, I understand.
Bernardo Silva
If you
has
think
dropped. Bernardo Silva has dropped form a
it's
few
it's
times, and
fine.
they still don't
It's fine.
bench
We'll
him.
leave that for the City fans. But yeah, thank you for your strong opinion. And just before we end today's segments, we'll just give a shout out to some of the other games during the week. So Fulham versus Wolves. Now this result was also a shock for me because I genuinely thought Fulham had that game in the bag. You know, an amazing goal from Alexi Iwobi. But then Wolves came out came out from nowhere and they took
Honestly,
that game
Cunha is
4-1.
good.
Cunha. And you know what's
Cunha
funny?
is
You
that
don't
guy.
remember this, but in our preview, you did say there might be
I
a
said
shot.
it.
Yeah, you said Cunha might be firing, and yeah,
The guy
Cunha
is
did
good.
fire. 4-1 to Wolverhampton, and defeat for Fulham. Everton Brentford was a tie, 0-0. That was a decent game. Yeah, not the
Nah,
best.
that was that even a, that was
Yeah,
just a very
it was
flat
just yeah,
game.
it
But
wasn't. I just
I
didn't
mean,
want to condemn them, guys. Come on. And then Bournemouth versus Brighton, Brighton 2-1, even with the red card. And
Villa Palace.
Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. You see, you also thought. I think you
I
went for
thought
a
Villa
Villa.
would win that game.
You went for and I went for a draw. I went for a draw in this game, and Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace might grow. They're growing in confidence. You know, they haven't really lost in the last few games. In the last few games, um, I think no one is exactly. No one has been saying anything about Palace they've actually lost one or two games, but they're looking okay. It's a bit flip flop for Palace, but no one is saying anything about Una Emery. I remember last season when Aston Villa they were like, or was it the season before? When Villa they were like in the race for third position, second position. You know they were second at some point. Was it last season? Or
Yeah,
season
last
before, wasn't
season.
it?
Yeah, last season.
Or the season before. But yeah, Villa they were
I
looking
can't
really
remember.
good. And oh yeah, it was last season. They finished in top four, yeah. And people started comparing Una Emery to Arteta. What's your take now on this?
I still think Emery is better than
You know
Ateta.
what? It's fine. Moving on, moving on. I just knew you'd say this. Moving
No,
on,
wait,
moving on,
wait,
moving on,
wait,
moving
wait,
on.
wait, wait, wait. Are you going to tell me
Okay,
that
so what
Ateta is
happened to
better?
Villa then? But no
Wait,
injury.
are you going to wait? Are you going to tell me that Ateta is better?
Are you going to bring the trophies now as the argument? Is that what you're about to do?
Ateta started coaching last week, and you are
5 years. It's
comparing
not that.
him to,
5 years is
and
not
you are
last week.
comparing 5 years, one trophy, one FA Cup,
Okay, in all
halfway
of
into
Una Emery's
the
time in the Premier
competition.
League, in all of Una Emery's time in the Premier League, how many trophies has he provided?
Emery has not just been in the Premier League though.
Oh no, we're going to judge him based on the Premier League now. Me, I want us to judge him based on the Premier League. Mhm.
Ateta is in a
The
better
same.
Arsenal squad than Unai
Who
Emery.
built the Arsenal squad?
See, bro,
Why I will not forgive
I cannot
Emery? No,
actually
listen,
believe,
listen, yeah.
I
Why I
cannot
will not
believe
forgive
that you
Emery
think
is that man took us all the way to European finals against Chelsea, and went to go and collect four in Baku. Four goals.
That's why.
I, why would I in
So
a final, a
so
European final?
that's why. And now you think Ateta that has not taken you to European final, um, Carabao Cup final. What else? He's not taking you to any probably
If you're
just
going
that
to
FA
take me
Cup.
to a
It's
final, don't
better
go and
than
collect four.
Unai Emery.
If you're going to take me to a final, don't collect four.
So that's the reason why.
Someone
So
just commented and almost swapped
so
Saka and Reece Nelson for Zaha. Oh Lord, thank you. Hey,
see, Unai Emery is a better coach than Ateta. Don't even do that, bro.
why?
Don't do that. He's got
Okay,
more
so
in the
what's your
bag.
excuse
He's
for his drop
competed
off
at
this season?
different
What's your excuse
levels.
for his drop off this season?
It's the same thing. Teams go through crazy times. It's the same thing. Is Arteta much better than him as well? Like Arsenal, they've dropped off this season as well. So what are you
We
talking about?
have genuine reasons why that has happened, though.
They've got
Obvious
three.
reasons.
See, Aston Villa, they are 3 points behind Arsenal. Three. So what are you talking about? What drop off are you exactly talking about?
It's
Three
fine. It's
points
fine. It's
behind.
fine. It's fine. We've heard
Three
you that.
point one game, one win behind Arsenal. So even the Villa Arsenal game, right? Apart from the fact that Oli Watkins did not fire well,
Yeah, it was a good game.
they would have
It could have
defeated
gone
you
either
guys.
way. It could have gone either way. But don't forget we were at Villa Park. Just putting that.
What was it? What was it that Arsenal did?
Hmm?
I mean, Arsenal won the game, but that was a Villa game to lose.
No, I know. I'm saying it could have gone either way. And just at the
So
time of
you're
this
saying like,
video, West Ham is battering Newcastle. Even Newcastle
so
at
is it
home,
not just
2
1-0?
0 2-0.
Oh my days.
Yeah, Newcastle they collect. But yeah,
West Ham. Oh my days. Aaron Wan Bissaka scored a goal.
Saka.
Aaron Wan Bissaka. Wow.
And I don't know. I didn't see this
Wow.
one. I thought Newcastle had this game in the bag
Honestly, you would think,
because
to be fair, you
Newcastle
see,
have
that's the
been
same
on
thing. What's
serious
happening
form.
to Newcastle at the moment as well?
No, but they've been on form as well. What do you
It
mean?
happens to teams. That's what I'm trying to tell
You
you.
mean
That
the
happens to, so
deep
you
in
cannot
form?
be judging Emery by that.
You know
You
what? I'm
cannot
not
be.
answering you anymore. It's fine.
Please go away,
But
man.
yeah, let's see if we can go through the chats to see if we've missed out on anything. Oh yeah, people saying okay, Anthony the drink Grealish. Grealish has been drinking. That's not fair. But yeah.
Anthony
Uh,
hasn't even earned the right to drink or
City should
celebrate.
they say City should bounce back for sure. Salah is a big miss, but not that big either.
I mean,
So
City would bounce back. I think so. But I just think there's more problems than Rodri. I actually
fantastic.
think there's more
Anyways, I
problems
think
than
we've
Rodri.
come to the end of the show tonight. Thank you so much for those who have tuned in. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and we will see you for the next preview.
We'll see you at the next episode.
Oh, should we do a roundup for the Champions League? I don't know this week.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Maybe on
Champions League starts
Wednesday.
tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah. So we could do
Yeah, like
not maybe not a preview, maybe
on
just
a Friday, actually, on a Friday. So Champions League is like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then they've got the Conference League. And
no, we don't do conference league here, sir. Just the Champions League.
please, please,
It's true. Is it because your team? Oh, whoops. Just Champions League, sir. We don't do conference league
we
here, sir.
only talk about teams that have won anything in Europe. We only talk about Champions League
That's
winners.
different. That's a different conversation. We could do that somewhere else. But on this particular podcast, we only talk about the Champions League.
We
There's so
do
much to
Champions
talk
League,
about, and we can't
Conference
include
League,
the
all of them.
conference. Come on now. Think about it. How did I just say let's talk about the Champions League and you say let's include the conference league? Do
Because
you have
there are
conscience?
games that are going to be played across Europe.
Okay, then why don't we? Then we might as well just be bringing in
There are teams,
championship and stuff. No, no, no.
there are
It's
teams,
like let me give you a perfect example. It's like we're talking about the Premier League and you want us to talk
there are
about the
teams.
Championship and League One and
Listen,
League Two.
listen. There are teams above you in the Premier League right now, playing
Someone said, "Bring out your European trophy." Please leave
exactly.
me
There are
alone.
teams above you in the
Anyways,
Premier League right now, playing in Conference League and the rest of them. What's the other one again after
what
Conference
team?
League?
What teams are playing? Say, list them out. Let me hear them
Chelsea.
again. Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Uh huh. Who else?
Chelsea is above you in the league.
Chelsea. Chelsea. Okay, they are above, but in the
And
European
they
segment.
are
Where
not
are
playing
they?
in
They
the
are not
they are
even in
not
our
playing in the
league,
Champions League.
bro. You know what? Before bring out your gold trophy. That's a good comment. Yeah, bring out your gold trophy exactly.
Good. That's your pride.
Nobody else has a golden trophy, my brother. Gold, pure gold, brother.
Good night,
Pure
guys. Good night.
gold.
I'm done with this guy.
Anyways,
Good.
thank you guys for tuning in and see you guys next time. Please do not forget to turn on your notification bell. That way, anytime we're live, you guys know we're live. Peace out. It's been real.
It's been good
All right.
talking to everybody,
Signing
and
out.
thank you very much. We'll see you again
See you guys next
midweek
time.
on
Bye.
Friday after the conference league.
Take care.
Bye.